Every moment, every decision is a chance to break free from the clutches of excuses and embrace a life fueled by decisive action. Excuses are not merely words uttered in times of hesitation, but formidable barriers that keep us anchored to a life of regret and unrealized dreams. They are the silent voices that persuade us to delay our aspirations and hide behind comfort, rather than step boldly into the unknown. When you confront these limiting beliefs, you begin to see that the power to succeed is not granted by circumstances or external approval. It resides deep within you. Every choice becomes an opportunity to assert your determination, to reject the notion that waiting for permission is a prerequisite for achievement. In the quiet moments of reflection, as you stand before the mirror of your own potential, you realize that excuses are self-imposed obstacles. With each heartbeat lies an invitation to cast aside the habit of justifying inaction and to embrace the raw, transformative energy of commitment. In this space, the seeds of ambition are sown, nurturing a mindset where the courage to act eclipses the allure of complacency. The time for waiting is long past. The era of excuses ends now, replaced by the relentless drive to pursue greatness with every conscious, deliberate step taken. Every breath you take and every moment you seize without apology reaffirms that the journey toward success is forged in the crucible of action. The choice to abandon excuses is the choice to reclaim your power, and when you make that choice, you lay the groundwork for a life defined not by what might have been, but by what you boldly create. Every time you face the mirror, the reflection staring back is not merely a bystander, but the architect of your destiny. In a world quick to shift blame outward, the journey toward eliminating excuses begins with a deep, unwavering acceptance of personal responsibility. It is here that you confront the beliefs that have held you back, realizing that every excuse is a self-imposed barrier standing between you and the future you truly desire. This moment of reckoning transforms the habitual deflections of doubt into the power of owning every decision. When you understand that each choice, regardless of its magnitude, is a building block in the structure of your life, you unlock a potent force, the power to redefine your narrative. The shift from making excuses to embracing accountability is not about harsh self-judgment. It is about cultivating a mindset that sees failure as a lesson and setbacks as stepping stones. The realization that your destiny is crafted by the decisions you make ignites a commitment to live deliberately, where every action becomes a testament to your resolve and every inaction is replaced by purposeful engagement. As you internalize this truth, the fortress of excuses that once shielded you from responsibility begins to crumble. This process is neither instantaneous nor easy. It demands a candid dialogue with yourself and the courage to scrutinize the motives behind every action. When you cast aside the convenient justifications and instead hold yourself accountable for the outcomes in your life, you initiate a powerful transformation. It is the relentless pursuit of self-awareness that dismantles the barriers of procrastination and self-doubt. In the quiet moments of reflection, you come to see that excuses are not valid defenses. They are the echoes of a mind unwilling to face the challenge of growth. The energy previously squandered on rationalizations is now available to be channeled into decisive, focused action. Each instance of self-examination builds a reservoir of inner strength, propelling you toward a future crafted with intention rather than dictated by circumstance. The defenses, they are the echoes of a mind unwilling to face the challenge of growth. The energy previously squandered on rationalizations is now available to be channeled into decisive, focused action. Each instance of self-examination builds a reservoir of inner strength, propelling you toward a future crafted with intention rather than dictated by circumstance. Imagine the liberation that comes from no longer seeking refuge in excuses, a liberation that emerges when you accept that the power to change your life lies entirely within your control. In taking complete ownership of your circumstances, you break free from the chains of self-imposed limitations. Every choice you make then becomes an opportunity to rewrite your story, transforming every setback into a catalyst for progress. The simple act of accepting full responsibility creates a momentum that sweeps away the inertia of past mistakes. With each decision made consciously and with clarity, you build the foundation of a life where excuses no longer dictate your path. In this space of radical ownership, the weight of regret is lifted, replaced by the empowering realization that you alone have the capacity to steer your destiny. This clarity of purpose fuels an inner drive that not only diminishes the allure of inaction, but also ignites a passion for continual self-improvement. The discipline of radical ownership is a daily practice, a commitment to evaluate every moment and every choice with honesty and resolve. It calls for an ongoing confrontation with the inner narratives that justify complacency, transforming them into affirmations of possibility. When you decide to no longer allow excuses to control your actions, you unleash a profound energy that reverberates throughout every facet of your life. Each deliberate, honest choice solidifies your commitment to growth and resilience. The act of taking full responsibility is not simply a mental exercise. It becomes a way of living that permeates your thoughts, actions, and the outcomes you achieve. In the quiet determination of owning your mistakes and celebrating your successes, you discover that true power lies in the ability to transform every moment into an opportunity for meaningful progress. This is the first crucial step in eliminating excuses, a commitment to be fully present and accountable, laying the groundwork for a life defined by proactive, inspired action. The second way to eliminate excuses and embrace action is to cultivate unwavering discipline in every facet of your daily life. This is not merely about adhering to a rigid schedule. It is a deep-seated commitment to honoring the value of every moment. When you set clear expectations for yourself and follow through with resolute determination, you transform idle time into a canvas for achievement. In the quiet moments of self-reflection, you come to see that discipline is the bridge between aspiration and reality, a force that turns potential into progress. By establishing a structure that supports your goals, you begin to dismantle the habitual patterns of delay and procrastination. Each task, no matter how small, becomes a deliberate act of self-respect, a testament to your willingness to push past the comfort of excuses. The practice of discipline is not about imposing harsh restrictions on your life. Rather, it is about embracing a set of principles that align your daily actions with your grander vision. When you commit to this way of living, you free yourself from the endless cycle of justifications and self-doubt, stepping boldly into a realm where every moment counts. Imagine waking up each day with a clear purpose, where the rhythm of your routine is dictated by intentional, focused action. In this state, you no longer allow fleeting emotions or external pressures to dictate your behavior. Instead, you set priorities that honor your long-term goals and let discipline guide your decisions. Every time you resist the temptation to delay or deviate from your plan, you are reinforcing the foundation upon which success is built. This internal fortitude turns obstacles into opportunities and transforms the mundane into milestones on your path to greatness. The power of discipline lies in its ability to convert moments of hesitation into acts of decisive progress. When you encounter the allure of procrastination, remind yourself that each minute surrendered to inaction is a minute taken away from your dreams. Through consistent, deliberate practice, discipline becomes a trusted ally, urging you to rise above the noise of distractions. In the midst of daily challenges, this unwavering commitment to structure enables you to maintain focus, ensuring that every action contributes to a cumulative force of success. Embracing discipline means holding yourself accountable at every turn. It requires you to set clear boundaries around your time and to treat every scheduled moment as sacred, a chance to build the future you desire. Whether it is by rising early to carve out time for reflection or by meticulously planning your day to eliminate wasted energy, each act of disciplined effort reaffirms your power to shape your destiny. In this journey, discipline is not a burdensome imposition, but a liberating practice that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. When you internalize this way of life, the excuses that once served as barriers begin to dissolve. The structure you create becomes the engine driving you forward, converting intention into achievement. Every decision to act with purpose, every small victory over distraction, builds an unshakable momentum that propels you toward your goals. In the end, the cultivation of unwavering discipline is a testament to your dedication to personal growth, a clear declaration that you refuse to let excuses dictate your future. The third way to eliminate excuses and embrace action is to harness the transformative power of accountability, both internal and shared. This practice builds a bridge between your aspirations and your daily actions, urging you to measure your progress with an unwavering standard of honesty. When you hold yourself accountable, you no longer allow vague intentions to drift into inaction. Instead, you set clear, measurable targets for each day and evaluate every decision against those goals. Imagine beginning your day with a quiet moment of self-assessment, outlining specific objectives and committing to follow through with deliberate, purposeful steps. This process transforms abstract ambitions into tangible milestones that you can track, review, and refine over time. Accountability means accepting full responsibility for every outcome, good or bad, and using that knowledge as fuel to drive you forward. It requires an openness to both celebrate small victories and learn from moments when you fall short. The practice is not about harsh self-judgment. Rather, it is a constructive framework that reveals the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It transforms each setback into a lesson and every success into a stepping stone. When you establish a daily routine of evaluating your performance, you start to identify patterns, recognizing the precise moments when excuses creep in and derail your momentum. This keen self-awareness is the catalyst that motivates you to adjust your habits and align your actions more closely with your long-term vision. And learn from moments when you fall short. The practice is not about harsh self-judgment. Rather, it is a constructive framework that reveals the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It transforms each setback into a lesson and every success into a stepping stone. When you establish a daily routine of evaluating your performance, you start to identify patterns, recognizing the precise moments when excuses creep in and derail your momentum. This keen self-awareness is the catalyst that motivates you to adjust your habits and align your actions more closely with your long-term vision. Visualize a life where your progress is not left to chance, but is the result of consistent, honest self-monitoring. By setting up personal benchmarks and regularly reviewing your performance, you create a living record of your growth. Each evaluation is a chance to recalibrate and refine your strategies, turning obstacles into opportunities for improvement. Sharing your goals with a trusted confidant or mentor can amplify this effect. When accountability is extended beyond yourself to include the perspectives of others, it reinforces your commitment and adds a layer of motivation that can push you past moments of complacency. This external feedback serves as both a mirror and a guide, reflecting your true progress and highlighting areas ripe for further development. Establishing a habit of accountability is like building a personal system that continuously encourages self-improvement. Every morning, as you outline your tasks and set clear expectations, you lay the groundwork for a day filled with purpose and intention. Later, in the quiet moments of reflection, whether at the close of a challenging project or the end of a long day, you take stock of your actions. You assess what worked well and where you might have given into excuses. This regular review not only solidifies your achievements, but also sharpens your ability to foresee potential pitfalls and adjust before they become setbacks. Over time, this disciplined approach creates a self-sustaining cycle of progress, where each day's reflections inform tomorrow's actions with clarity and conviction. Consider the profound impact of transforming every obstacle into an opportunity for learning. When you actively seek out honest feedback and analyze your decisions without fear of failure, you empower yourself to turn every challenge into a stepping stone toward greater success. Accountability, in this light, becomes not just a tool for self-regulation, but a powerful mindset shift, one that replaces excuses with a relentless pursuit of improvement. With each reflective moment, you build the inner strength needed to overcome self-imposed limitations and to push past the inertia of complacency. Every time you acknowledge a mistake and adjust your course, you send a clear message to yourself. Progress is the only acceptable outcome. When you do this, you commit to a life where every action is measured and every decision is deliberate. The discipline of accountability transforms the mundane act of daily planning into a ritual of self-mastery. It reminds you that your journey toward success is not defined by grand gestures, but by the accumulation of small, consistent efforts, a continuous record of improvement that leaves no room for excuses. When you integrate this habit into your life, you begin to see that accountability is the very engine of progress, propelling you forward with each thoughtful reflection and strategic adjustment. It is a practice that not only reinforces your dedication to your goals, but also fortifies your resolve to act, learn, and evolve without hesitation. The fourth way to eliminate excuses and embrace action is to cultivate a mindset of unwavering self-reliance that transforms every challenge into a stepping stone for progress. In this approach, you begin by recognizing that the limitations imposed by external circumstances are often reflections of internal beliefs rather than absolute truths. When you embrace the reality that you have the power to choose your response to any situation, you break free from the inertia of doubt. This method is built upon the understanding that excuses are merely barriers created by a fear of failure and the comfort of inaction. The moment you decide that you will no longer allow these self-imposed limitations to dictate your actions, you open the door to relentless personal growth. Every time you confront a task, no matter how daunting, with the resolve to act regardless of the obstacles, you reinforce your ability to overcome and succeed. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of purpose that overrides any hesitation. It is in the quiet moments before the clamor of daily distractions takes over that you can harness the inner strength required to act decisively. You set clear intentions for the day, grounding yourself in the belief that your actions today carve the path for your future accomplishments. With each deliberate choice, you challenge the notion that you are at the mercy of circumstances, and instead affirm that you are the architect of your destiny. This approach demands not only mental fortitude, but also a practical strategy. Start by identifying the excuses that have consistently held you back, whether they stem from procrastination, fear of judgment, or uncertainty about the outcome, and then actively dismantle them one by one. When you do this, you create a mental checklist that serves as a constant reminder of your commitment to action. Every time you catch yourself slipping into old patterns of avoidance, pause, acknowledge the impulse, and consciously choose to act instead. Overcoming excuses requires developing a habit of immediate response. When an opportunity presents itself, rather than lingering in indecision or waiting for the perfect moment, seize it with the understanding that perfect conditions are rarely, if ever, available. This proactive approach transforms each moment of hesitation into a catalyst for immediate action. The practice is not about reckless haste. It is about forging a path through life with deliberate and continuous movement. Consider the transformative impact of setting personal deadlines and holding yourself to them. Each time you commit to a target, no matter how ambitious or modest, and follow through, you build a reservoir of confidence that propels you further. This confidence is essential, for it becomes a self-fulfilling cycle. As you achieve small victories, your belief in your ability to surmount obstacles strengthens, and the excuses that once loomed large begin to diminish in power. The fourth way is not just a mental shift. It is an invitation to live with relentless discipline. In every moment of decision, remind yourself that the only true limitations are those you accept. Embrace the notion that each action, no matter how small, is a step toward a larger goal, and that the true cost of inaction is far greater than the risk of failure. With this mindset, you transform the fear of making mistakes into an appreciation for the lessons they offer, thus converting every setback into a strategic advantage. When you internalize this way of living, excuses lose their grip on your future. You begin to see that the journey towards success is paved not with perfection, but with persistence and the courage to act, despite uncertainty. Every decision to push past the familiar, every moment when you choose action over inaction, reinforces your identity as a proactive force. It is through this continuous, determined effort that you carve a path free from the shackles of excuses, creating a life where every obstacle is met with the resilience to overcome, and every challenge is transformed into an opportunity for growth. The fifth way to eliminate excuses and embrace action is to establish a framework of personal accountability that transforms setbacks into opportunities and turns every achievement into a testament of your commitment. When you hold yourself responsible for every decision and every outcome, you dismantle the sanctuary where excuses thrive and invite a relentless pursuit of excellence. Begin by setting clear, measurable benchmarks that challenge you to rise above complacency. Each day, as you review your actions with an honest eye, you build a record of progress that illuminates both your strengths and the areas where improvement is needed. Accountability is not a burden, but a liberating force that empowers you to confront your limitations head on. It involves crafting a personal system where every promise you make to yourself is honored with tangible results, and every missed opportunity is transformed into a lesson for growth. By maintaining a detailed record of your endeavors, be it through a handwritten journal or a simple log, you create a dialogue with your inner self. Each entry, whether chronicling a small victory or acknowledging a moment of hesitation, becomes a stepping stone toward greater self-mastery. Imagine the impact of consistently evaluating your performance at the close of each day. When you reflect on the choices you made, you uncover patterns of behavior that either propel you forward or hold you back. This process of self-reflection forces you to face the truth about your actions without the cushion of excuses. It replaces vague intentions with concrete strategies, transforming abstract aspirations into achievable goals. Over time, this disciplined habit of self-assessment builds a resilient mindset that recognizes failures as valuable feedback and not as definitive judgments of your capability. Embracing accountability also means setting personal deadlines and creating milestones that serve as checkpoints on your journey towards success. These benchmarks are not arbitrary. They are carefully chosen targets that challenge you to push past your comfort zone. When you commit to these deadlines, you forge a path where every delay is scrutinized and every excuse is dissected for its true origin. The process helps you understand that procrastination is often a mask for deeper insecurities. And by confronting these head-on, you reclaim control over your time and your potential. In the realm of personal accountability, the practice of seeking constructive feedback becomes invaluable. Whether through trusted friends, mentors, or even candid self-review, the act of sharing your progress opens the door to insights that can propel you further than solitary reflection ever could. Each piece of feedback, whether affirming or challenging, contributes to a clearer understanding of your journey. It reinforces the idea that every setback is not a dead end, but an invitation to recalibrate your approach and strive with renewed vigor. Visualize a life where every action is measured, every mistake is an opportunity for refinement, and every success is celebrated as a milestone on your path to greatness. The disciplined practice of accountability transforms the abstract notion of progress into a series of deliberate, actionable steps. It instills in you a deep sense of ownership over your destiny, ensuring that your focus remains sharp and your energy directed toward what truly matters. By embracing this way, you shift the narrative from one of passive acceptance to active, purposeful creation. Ultimately, the fifth way teaches that the journey to success is built on a foundation of consistent self-assessment and unwavering accountability. It calls on you to acknowledge that the only real obstacles are those you construct within your own mind. With every moment of honest reflection and every deliberate step taken in the name of progress, you carve out a future that is defined not by the excuses of the past, but by the relentless actions of the present. The sixth way to eliminate excuses and embrace action is to cultivate an unquenchable thirst for knowledge and a mindset of continuous growth. When you commit to learning from every experience, you transform obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones toward success. A curious mind does not settle for what it already knows. It seeks out new perspectives, challenges the status quo, and embraces every lesson as a vital part of your personal evolution. When you immerse yourself in the pursuit of wisdom, each failure becomes a teacher, and every success, no matter how small, reinforces your drive to push beyond your limits. It begins with the simple act of questioning your assumptions and daring to step outside your comfort zone. Instead of clinging to the familiar, you open your mind to fresh insights and innovative approaches that replace excuses with actionable strategies. Every new idea you encounter, every story of triumph or trial, serves as fuel that ignites your inner fire and propels you forward with renewed determination. Embracing a habit of continuous learning means actively seeking mentors, reading extensively, and reflecting deeply on your experiences. It is in the quiet moments of self-reflection, perhaps scribbling down your thoughts in a journal or engaging in contemplative solitude, that you discover the transformative power of honest introspection. By documenting your insights and analyzing the outcomes of your actions, you create a personal reservoir of wisdom that guides you during challenging times. This disciplined practice helps you see that the excuses you once used to justify inaction are nothing more than barriers to your own growth. Imagine the strength that comes from recognizing that every setback is not a defeat, but an invitation to learn, adapt, and improve. With each lesson absorbed, you fortify your resolve to act decisively and to turn obstacles into opportunities. As you expose yourself to diverse ideas and varying viewpoints, you begin to understand that the world is full of resources waiting to be tapped, each one offering a new perspective on how to overcome the inertia of excuses. This vibrant curiosity fosters a resilient spirit, enabling you to approach each day with the confidence that no challenge is insurmountable when armed with knowledge. Your commitment to continuous learning is a powerful antidote to complacency. When you actively pursue growth, you dismantle the mental barriers that fuel procrastination and fear. Each book you read, each conversation with someone who has weathered storms similar to your own, and every reflective moment spent analyzing your actions contributes to a clearer vision of your goals. This process transforms the abstract idea of progress into tangible steps, allowing you to measure your advancement and celebrate even the smallest victories. I'm telling you, when you do this, you replace excuses with evidence of your capability and potential. Envision a life where every challenge encountered is met with a readiness to learn and a willingness to improve. In this state, the pursuit of knowledge is not just a strategy. It becomes the essence of your daily actions. With every lesson learned, you build an internal arsenal of insights that empower you to navigate uncertainties with calm assurance. The more you learn, the less space there is for excuses, because you begin to see that every obstacle carries within it the seed of opportunity. This perspective shift is transformative, converting each moment of adversity into a catalyst for positive change and meaningful progress. When you embrace a relentless commitment to learning, you set in motion a cycle of perpetual improvement that continuously fuels your actions. This sixth way calls you to view each experience as a vital ingredient in the recipe for success, urging you to persist in your quest for knowledge, even when the path seems arduous. As you integrate this habit into your life, you not only elevate your own potential, but also inspire those around you to shed their excuses and strive for excellence. In the light of newfound understanding, excuses wither away, leaving behind a clear path paved with deliberate, informed action that drives you ever closer to your highest aspirations. The seventh way to eliminate excuses and embrace action is to develop a deep-seated sense of accountability that begins with your commitment to yourself and extends to every facet of your daily life. Accountability is not merely a word. It is a mindset that transforms idle promises into a sequence of deliberate, meaningful actions. When you hold yourself responsible for every decision every misstep, and every triumph, you create an environment where excuses find no shelter. With each challenge that arises, you learn to confront it head on, recognizing that the only real barrier to success is the unwillingness to accept full responsibility for your life. Embracing this way means that every setback is an opportunity to learn, a moment to reassess your approach, and a chance to refine your strategies. Accountability requires looking in the mirror and acknowledging that success is not granted by fate, but earned through relentless effort and honest introspection. It is the act of setting clear standards for yourself, establishing measurable goals, and then rigorously following through with the discipline to meet those objectives. When you view your actions through the lens of accountability, you replace excuses with actionable steps, transforming each moment into a building block for a future you consciously create. Picture a scenario where you commit to a daily ritual of evaluating your progress. At the close of each day, you take time to reflect on what you achieved and where you might have faltered. In these quiet moments, you hold yourself accountable not with harsh judgment, but with constructive critique that propels you forward. Every observation becomes a lesson, and every oversight becomes a prompt for improvement. This habit of self-assessment serves as a powerful antidote to complacency, reminding you that the power to change lies within you. By embracing accountability, you liberate yourself from the trap of blaming external factors and instead take full control of your destiny. Accountability is also about setting clear benchmarks and remaining steadfast in your pursuit of progress. It involves constructing a mental framework where you honor your commitments, follow through on your promises, and measure your growth with honesty and clarity. Each time you hold yourself accountable, you reinforce the belief that you are the master of your actions and the architect of your future. Over time, as you practice this discipline, it becomes natural to face each day with the conviction that your success depends solely on the choices you make and the effort you invest. Reflect on those moments when you allowed excuses to dictate your behavior. Consider how a single decision, marred by procrastination or fear of failure, can ripple through your day and impede your progress. Accountability means stepping forward even when the path is uncertain and accepting that the only way to move ahead is to confront challenges directly. It is about turning hesitation into a declaration of commitment to yourself and your vision. As you consistently apply this principle, your inner dialogue shifts from one of blame and regret to one of empowerment and determination, until holding yourself accountable becomes as natural as breathing. Moreover, cultivating accountability extends beyond individual reflection. It thrives in the company of those who share your commitment to excellence. Engage in sincere conversations with individuals who challenge you to be your best, who refuse to allow excuses to stand in the way of progress, and who celebrate both your victories and the lessons from your missteps. In these relationships, you find support and constructive feedback, essential ingredients for continuous growth. These connections act as mirrors, reflecting back the truth of your actions and inspiring you to elevate your performance further. In the end, the discipline of accountability transforms your reality by reshaping how you perceive failure and success. Each stumble becomes a stepping stone, and every miscalculation serves as an opportunity to adjust your course. Accountability is not about achieving perfection. It is about relentless progress. With every accountable decision, you dismantle the habit of excuse making and replace it with a resilient drive to move forward. Every moment of ownership, every instance of honest self-reflection builds a legacy of responsibility and resilience that propels you toward your highest aspirations. The seventh way is the quiet yet powerful revolution within, where excuses lose their grip and your actions owned fully by you pave the way to a future crafted with deliberate and unwavering purpose. Every action you take becomes a declaration of your determination to live a life free from excuses. The disciplined choices you make create a foundation of accountability and resilience, enabling you to overcome obstacles and transform challenges into stepping stones toward success. With each moment, you reaffirm your commitment to growth and self-improvement, turning hesitation into a spark that ignites relentless progress. In the quiet strength of your daily decisions, you forge a path where every setback is met with renewed resolve, and every small victory reinforces your power to shape your destiny. The habit of embracing action over inaction nurtures an inner fortitude that gradually dismantles the barriers of doubt and fear. As you persist in pursuing your goals, the wisdom gained from each experience lights your journey with clarity and purpose. Every deliberate step forward becomes a testament to your ability to conquer excuses and claim the future you desire. Trust in your strength, honor your commitments, and let your actions serve as a beacon for a life defined by bold decisions and transformative achievement.